Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. So with that said, my apologies about the lighting. It is currently really bad weather here in the UK, and I can't see anything without the light on, and I know you guys probably can't see much with the light off. I can't see much with the light off, and you probably can't see much with it on, but I apologise for that. So as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, for your key to the week, doing it slightly different, just because of the way the weeks and the months straddled, we've run out of keys. All right, so for your key to the week, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, right, so this is great. It looks like there is either some it looks like you're going to be in the right place at the right time this week. So if an opportunity arises or somebody offers you, it feels for me like this week it's going to be some form of a collaboration, right? So if somebody's asking you this week, you know what, I'd like to work with you, I'd like to work alongside you, or maybe you get pushed into doing something, and I kind of feel like a lot of you are going to be over here focusing on this, and something else is going to come up that's going to kind of try to pull your focus. With the Wheel of Fortune, you could always do worse than this, right? This is right place, right time sort of energy. So providing it's literally not going to, you know, ruin everything for you, try to find a way to put yourself in, try to find a way, not to split your focus, but just try to find a way so that you can fit everything in, all right? For your actions and options this week, you have the Judgment card. This is very likely to be an opportunity. It's very likely to be an opportunity that you've already had a crack at, or maybe one that came up previously that you thought, oh, you know what, I'd really like to do that, but I don't have the time, I don't have the resources. This time it's going to be kind of another one of those moments where you might have a lot else going on, but it's one of those things where, you know, you said you wanted it to come back round. Here it is, it's come back round. Use it to the best of your advantage, right? The other thing with the Judgment card as well, this is about you changing your mind. It's about you changing your mind or changing your direction in some respect. And, you know, we don't get me wrong, obviously it's common courtesy to let people know what you're doing, like signaling, you know, when you're driving, you want to signal to let people know that you're going to turn, right? Common courtesy and common decency, but you don't have to vet every single one of your decisions with other people. This week I feel like you're changing your mind or your direction in some respect, and like I said, this may have something to do with an opportunity that had come up previously, and you get another crack at the whip, as they say. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Seven of Cups. Communication is a little bit funky still, right? Mercury is still retrograde, and is still going to be retrograde until just after this week has ended. So the fact that you have the Seven of Cups, it does suggest that it's not so much that you want to check in or even, you know, vet what you're doing with other people. It kind of feels like, you know, maybe somebody's going to be blindsided by a decision that you make, or maybe somebody's going to be like, oh, you know, it would have been nice if you could have told me. I don't think you have time. It's one of those moments where you don't really have the time or the capacity to, do you know what I mean, to have a committee before you make the move that you're going to make. It's kind of like you're just going to have to go with it and then make your apologies after. I think, what is the saying? It's better to ask forgiveness than permission. That's a little bit of me. That's my horns are showing there. But yeah, you know, this is a week where that might be a bit more of a prudent thing to do. And not only that, because it comes up with the Seven of Cups, it might be that whatever it is that is offered this week is kind of sprung on you. So, you know, the fact that it's sprung on you means that you're going to kind of be changing directions really quick. You won't have time to let other people know, so to speak. For your money and materials, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. So money looks good this week, but it does look like you're going to be working very hard. This is going to be that week as well where, you know, sometimes you have those moments where you work so hard that you make like a shit ton of money and you just don't have any time to bloody spend it. This could very well be a week like that. The fact that you've got the Nine of Pentacles underneath the Judgment card, again, this is you working behind the scenes on something that isn't quite ready yet, but you're working very hard on it still. Whatever it is that you are working on behind the scenes, what I will say to you is this: you are creating something that is going to create you a nice income, or is going to feed directly into you being able to earn more money, which is great. Again, I think this is probably, when it comes to money or finances, this is not a week for those kinds of discussions. The energy's not there for it, just because you've got the Seven of Cups here as well. And for your physical health and vitality, the only thing that I will say to you is this could be a week where the potential to overdo it really is there. You're going to be working hard anyway. It's important that you find time to rest. It's important that you find time to recuperate. It's important that, just important that you look after your physical self this week. For your home and environment, home is definitely going to be coming up for a change or a review, or maybe even some sort of construction for a lot of you. And I feel like this is you just kind of putting the preliminaries, just putting the final touches on whatever plans it is that you've made for that. For your love and relations, you have the Five of Pentacles, right? So this is interesting. For those of you that are partnered, your finances seem to be taking a boost, but it could be that your partner's finances are taking a bit of a dip. So it's kind of like one of those easy come, easy go weeks. And when you're a couple, you approach everything together anyway. So just something to be aware of. This is also a week where your partner probably needs to look after their physical self. Slips, trips, falls, bangs, bumps, bruises. Definitely possible. And look at this, because it's right underneath the Seven of Cups. It could be that they're not paying attention to what they're doing, or this could be a week where maybe they're overindulging. So, maybe they have one too many and they end up slipping over and hurt, touch wood, and hurting themselves. So just something to be aware of. The other thing with this as well, for those of you that are single, this could be a week where somebody is coming back into the fold. It could be an ex that's coming back into the picture. It could be, that person that's like a fair weather person, or the person that only ever shows up when they need something from you, or do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I need money, or, I need a place to stay. Like, the list is endless. This week you could be hearing from somebody like that, and the chances are this person's going to come in, they're going to get what they need, and they're going to go back out. This is a week to really observe patterns and cycles of behavior in other people, not just yourself, but in other people as well. If you haven't seen it, check out the weekly general, because one of the things that I understand or have observed in my life, certainly from a personal perspective, is that when people like that show up in our lives, it means that some part of our energy, our thinking, our thoughts, our psyche is inviting that, right? So this week you want to check your intentions, you want to check your feelings, because if somebody like this is showing up in your life, how you deliver or set the boundary for them is going to determine whether they will do it again, right? So this is kind of that week where you're going to have to say to yourself, right, the fact that you've come back, that you've shown up in my life again, that says something about where my thoughts, my feelings, my intentions, my energy is. What is it about me right now that is inviting you and all of your crap to stay? Just something for you to think about. Soapbox moment over. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a great week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.